Hello, Jerry and Kelly Stewart here. How are you? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. As some of you may know, we just returned from an amazing trip to Africa. We've had a number of people that have said, show us some pictures. And so we're kind of trying to get all of our pictures and all that we saw and all that we did together. You know, we saw, of course, lots of animals, right?
A lot of animals.
Yeah. But then we also got a chance to go to a school.
Yeah.
And spend some time with the kids there.
We sure did.
We were allowed to go to some shops and talk to the people. And we had a guide who was a fine fellow, and the cook.
Amazing cook.
Yeah, they were just amazing people, and we spent a lot of time talking about the things of life, and they were Christians, are Christians, and we just had, did I say amazing once already?
You did.
I did. Well, It was unbelievable. It was wonderful. Wonderful. So what we would do, what we're going to do is we thought that, you know, we can't show you everything. We're going to lug you down with way too much stuff.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah. So we thought we would have a part one to sort of let you see a couple of things that we saw. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to show you is on the very first day, what happened when we,
before we got to camp.
Yes. Before we got to camp,
that's right.
We already ran into a few, lionesses. Came from 4 in the beginning and ended up at 19.
Yeah.
Now, do you think we got surrounded and eaten? I don't think we got eaten. We're here.
No.
But did they surround us? Let's take a look. Wow, pretty amazing. Do you remember it started off to be like about 4 and then it went to like 6 or 7? Then we looked down the road and there were other ones that were coming.
They were just coming down the road.
And we were just thinking, what are they doing? It was almost like, it looked like they were coming to some sort of a party. And it was already planned because a group of them were already laying there. And then they just kept coming and coming. And you know, the weird thing about it is every once in a while, they would sort of look up at us and look like this. And then just, one of them was sleeping. Yeah, one of them was sleeping. He just went, bah. Now, we asked the guide, we said, okay, you know, we're always told that, you know, lions are going to eat you. Now, he told us he would not let us go out of the car. Like, he didn't let us go out. And we had this vehicle that had a pop-up top.
Yeah.
And the pop-up top was about 4 feet high. So any of those lionesses could have jumped right into our vehicle. No problem.
Easy.
But he said that just like people, there could be a bad lion, but that animals are a lot like people. They're looking to take care of their families, and they're looking to survive and be safe.
Yep.
And they're quick to pick up if there's anybody who wants to bring danger to them.
Right. Leave them alone and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, so in the Serengeti for years and years, there's no guns, there's no hunting. Now, sometimes they say there's poachers that come in, but there's nothing like that. So they've learned that when the people come in, they need not be fearful. Now, Kelly and I thought that was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
That honestly, there we were in the jungle in a vehicle that basically had no top on it, okay? And there were total, by the time the whole thing was over, they had 19 lionesses and their cubs.
Mm-hmm.
We could have been easily eaten anytime they wanted. But I felt more safe being there with no guns, no knives, no protection than I would be walking down a street in a big city.
Definitely.
Does that mean that people are more dangerous than lions?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, think about that. What has happened to our world? Or have we always been this way? Very interesting. So we're going to be talking more about things like this that we noticed and when we spent time talking to the actual African people themselves.
Right.
But let's show a few pictures as we were driving up to the Mara River. Now, tell them a little bit about what the Mara River's all about.
The Mara River is where the wildebeest cross over and they get water because they're going where the water is and the food. And then when that dries up, they cross back over and go back down. So that's how God made them to be able to get food and water, is they cross the Mara River. And the only thing they have to worry about are crocodiles, because crocodiles want to eat them.
Big ones.
Big.
The guide
Huge.
guessed one of the crocodiles to be 17 feet long.
I saw him and then nothing and then his tail, so he was long.
Yeah, and so they just lay up in the river. You'll see when you get to it. They just lay there and their little eyes are just popped up out of the water.
Yeah.
And the wildebeest can't see them. And so they're going to go, whoa, I'm going to cross. And then all of a sudden, if you look really, really closely, there'll be one that's going along, and the next minute he goes, bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
He's
Let's
gone.
show him.
Okay.
Okay.
Marty, look far to the left. Those in the water that got caught, kind of drifting down.
Yeah,
They're making it up though. That one's trying to go against that big current.